good, audio is good. Double tap the screen for us, let us know what's going on with this. The audio should be fine. We've got both the ones in. Audio is good. Thank you, Martin. Okay, cool. Right, guys, yes. So just waiting.
What's happening, guys? How are we doing today? You guys are facing Mel and Steve right now. So we are in the UK at a disgusting company, hellhole place called ADP. They have a series of slaughterhouses where they take the lives of innocent animals. What's up here, people? So I'm an animal rights activist. I'm with my friends here. And we are showing what's happening in this industry. I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector. I worked for the Canadian government for a number of years. And I want people to know the truth about what takes place in these industries. Hi, Martin. If you could let me know how the audio is. I know it's really windy today, so I might have to mic up. Ideally, I don't want to, but if I have to, I have to. So yes, tap like, share it with all your friends. Watching me again. I am from Canada, but I am in the UK right now. Great, Martin. Good to hear. So I'm with my friends. Incredible animal rights activists. It's Mel and Steve. Feel free to go follow them, go watch them today, support them. Incredible activists out here in the UK. We are here showcasing what takes place at this disgusting hellhole facility. It's called ADP or ABP, and they kill mother cows all day long. All day long they kill them, they slaughter them. Also, people can pretend they're baby cows and drink their milk. Pretty loud here. The smell, we parked near some housing, and the smell was just absolutely unbearable. Terrible. I can't imagine, like, kids are surrounding that neighborhood and whatnot. Nice. Awesome, Axel. Good to see you. If you guys don't know Axel, please go and subscribe to his channel. He's doing some great stuff out in the US, soon to be Sweden. Guys, we are out at a UK slaughterhouse today. We are showing the public the truth. We are expressing what's taking place here, the smells, the industry as a whole. I'm vegan. I've been vegan for almost 12 years, probably 12 years. I can't even remember how long. Because one day I realized that we didn't have to be a part of this and do this to animals, innocent animals. I worked in the industry. Many of the people on here might know that. So I keep repeating it just so other people that pop on here might actually start to think about things differently. Why would an ex-worker work so long in this industry? Why would he change, and why would he speak out? I get quite the comments from the community, some very good, some very threatening, but I can't not speak out. Those innocent animals, they go through so much. Well, Wes, taste just doesn't justify it. I used to like eating animals. I ate animals my whole life. I was brought up in that culture, most people are. And one day I realized that a life isn't worth my palate. Taste, pleasure just doesn't equate, it doesn't matter. So again, we are in the UK. We are at a disgusting hellhole slaughterhouse. I'm with my friends. It's Mel and Steve. We are out here showing the world what takes place. We're taking advantage of this live stream format. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to ask me. Let me know if the live stream's doing okay, if the sound's okay. It's a bit windy out here. I don't know if I have to mic up, but yeah.
You're supporting Steve. You are an absolute amazing support for us. Steve, thank you so much for the super thanks.
So we're just waiting here to see when a truck will come in, and we'll show you what this company is up to. Smash like if you don't mind. Please hit subscribe. Please follow. Please share with all your friends. I'm with these great activists right here. We've been doing live streams nonstop for a while. Mel and Steve just almost seemingly do them every day. they get out there for the animals. The animals need our support, our help. And, you know, same with other activists here, Martin, Kevin. Yeah, I'm actually from Toronto as well. So I go to the slaughterhouses there and I show people what happens out there. So there's a slaughterhouse named St. Helens Meat Packers, and they kill cows and lambs there. And those cows sometimes are pregnant. A lot of people don't know that, right? They're pregnant, they get sent to slaughter.
It's actually a more common position.
Actually, it's quite often because the farmers will gain money for their body weight. So the amount of body weight that they have, it gets them more money. So this industry doesn't actually care about the animals at all. Of course, they don't care about them. Is this a truck? No. If this industry takes the lives of innocent animals, of course they're not going to care about what they go through. They transport them in all types of weather conditions. So for example, in Canada, some trucks will come 30 plus hours all the way from Alberta to Ontario in any type of weather conditions. These cows are going through that. You can see it. You can see on these trucks the amount of feces, the urine, the fear that these animals have to go through. And there's a disconnect. The farmers, there's a disconnect between the truck drivers and a disconnect between the slaughterhouses themselves. Exactly, Martin. Be vegan for the animals. Oftentimes people won't see what takes place in this industry. They don't know what happens in this industry, and that's what I'm here to help provide. I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector. I work for the Canadian government, and I'm here to show the truth. I'm here to tell the truth, to share with people, the world, what's taking place in this disgusting hellhole facility, which has gates all around it. It has pictures saying don't take pictures. They don't allow people in, but this industry claims that they're humane and ethical and transparent when they're not. As you know, when you go to a grocery store, like they make these bold claims: organic, free range, free run, all these things. But this isn't a reality, right? That's a euphemism. Just like we call the animals meat. No, they're individuals. They're individual animals. Watch out, guys. Sorry. So they make these claims, right? And people fall for it, which is really sad. How can you fall for such a stupid claim? Like, they're individuals. Watch out for what, Mike? May I ask? Guys, I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector. I used to work for the Canadian government. I'm out in the UK at a slaughterhouse. Place is called ABP. They say they have guard dogs on the facility. You can see that. Guard dogs protecting the slaughterhouse. What do you know, Mike? They got CCTV cameras. Why don't they share that footage with the public? Let's see the mother cows get shot in the face. Kevin, how am I making you hungry, Kevin? You're just staring at me. Do you want to eat me too? It's pretty weird behavior, Kevin. Really weird behavior. The big bad caffeinated podcast. What do you mean the individuals make great burgers? Have you been inside a slaughterhouse? Have you been to a sanctuary? Have you ever met a cow? Mr. Caffeinated Podcast. Why don't you have me on your podcast so I can share with the world what takes place? Why don't you be honest about it? We can have a discussion. I don't mind. I do several podcasts. Guys, so I'm out with... So you lived on a farm, but you haven't been to a slaughterhouse, right? So I'm with Mel and Steve, incredible activists. They're out here every day. They're showing the world what's taking place. A lot of people like Kevin and this other guy, the caffeinated guy, maybe they work in the industry. Maybe they've taken lives, or maybe they've been on a farm. Oftentimes farmers, though, they'll never be inside a slaughterhouse. They'll never see what's happening there. Oftentimes slaughterhouse workers will never visit or know a cow or a calf or a chicken or a pig. So the disconnect's right there. It's fully there. Well, farmers, I mean, they're still exploiting animals, right? True crime watcher. So ranchers, I mean, those are just interchangeable terms. The idea of using animals and exploiting them, I like cows. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Yeah, your dad worked in a slaughterhouse, and I will guarantee you your dad suffers from trauma working in a slaughterhouse. Ask him about his first time. Ask him about the first time he took a life, what that felt like. Ask him what happened to him. Yeah, slaughterhouses are gross, absolutely. They're disgusting. How you doing? Yeah, feel free. We're just filming this slaughterhouse. Did you know there's a slaughterhouse here? Yeah, so they, sorry, I'm just on a live stream. So they take the lives of all these cows here. Yeah, so they you know what happens in the dairy industry? So what they do is they artificially inseminate mother cows at just 18 months. So the process is they take this semen from the male and they, like sometimes manually, or they use a giant cow, what they call dildo. They pull the semen from the bull and then they impregnate a female cow. So what the process with that is someone will put their arm in the anus of the mother cow. You've seen that? Yeah. And so after 2 or 3 babies, they'll get sent to a place like this and be executed, shot in the head, sometimes multiple times, sometimes still pregnant. And then, chopped up for steaks and burgers and stuff. Yeah, so the trucks come by, you smell it, right? You can smell it. Yeah. So have you ever, did you consume animal products? Yeah. Would you ever consider moving away from it? Don't eat red meat. Is it an ethical reason why? For digestion, for health. Yeah. You know there's different options, right? That we can move away from eating animal products. So what would stop you today from doing that? Considering, like what the animals go through, their perspective. Yeah. Can I give you some information to take a look into these things? I got a card if you'd like. Yeah. Thank you. Take that. It'll show you the truth. Guys, at least he stopped. He wasn't aware. Smash like, hit subscribe to all your friends. Guys, very easy to live vegan. I'm living proof. 11 years. There's many people in the chat who've been vegan much longer than I have. And we're just exposing the truth. We all thought that we had to eat animals. We were all told the same lie, like many of these people are told. Exactly, Tyson is nasty. JBS, the places that I know are Maple Leaf, Maple Lodge, all these disgusting hellhole facilities. And I haven't even really talked about the human element of that. PTSD, drug, alcohol addiction, violent crime rates increase in these communities. And so why would we do that when we can change and not have people, humans even, suffer for that? This is in the UK right now. I'm generally EST in Canada. So I'm generally Toronto area. Exactly. Vegan is actually to speak up for the animals. We need more people doing that. Unfortunately, people just don't know, right? There's clever marketing campaigns to hide this industry, to lie about this industry, what takes place in this industry. It's a complete falsehood. I worked in it, I know for a fact. I was an inspector for over 15 years in the Canadian Food Inspection Agency. And it's all a facade. It's all a lie. It's there to make you feel better about your choices and all these things. Even this slaughterhouse facility says they have dogs. They They have dogs, caution guard dogs. For what? What's there to hide? If you're so transparent, you should really open up the doors and allow us to come in, allow the public to see what happens with their food system. Even labeling requirements. That's another thing is labeling requirements. They don't show you the chemicals, the pathogens, the drugs, the antibiotics. They don't show those on the labels, right? They should. Why don't they become more transparent? Show what's on in the products that you're eating, right? Or the animals, body parts, yeah. And people like Jason and some others in the chat, they really don't know, right? They really don't know, or maybe they worked in the industry. There's a bit of cognitive dissonance. Okay, all right. So guys, we're gonna walk down to the gates of this disgusting hellhole slaughterhouse. Please hit like, smash like, tell your friends, hit that notification bell, subscribe, and also go over to It's Mel and Steve. They're doing the same thing today. So we're just walking up to the gates of hell, we call them, because that's what they are for so many animals, unnecessarily being executed, impregnated, enslaved, exploited, all these things. For what? For what? For some little trivial pleasure? It's very sad what happens. I wish I could imprint the things I saw working in investigations, especially for the Canadian government. So many things that I saw that I can't even repeat on here, or I would be blocked, which is crazy, right? So why isn't the government more transparent? So we're just walking up here, and I'm going to show you. So I'm just going to show you guys the truck here. So they call them livestock, right? Like they're some sort of stock, not individuals. They have all these caution, dogs, guard dogs. Can you imagine they have guard dogs listed here? So they're gonna exploit dogs to hide the truth about what's taking place.
Yeah, the security will come out here in a minute probably when they notice that we're stand there like this looking out and see where the truck's coming. See that there? Someone showing there? Just a trigger response. Now Steve's supposed to somebody up there. Make a sandwich.
Guys, look at where we are. Place is called ABP. They take the lives. You can see the truck here. Take the lives of all these innocent cows. Also, people can pretend they're baby cows. Also, people can pretend that they need to eat animal products when they don't. They have all these signs up, guard dogs. They have signs up, CCTV cameras. They have barriers. They have barriers up there. Well, some people are unemployed. That's just the way the world is. I'm retired, so I can get out here and show the world the truth. The truth about their food system, the truth about what happens to cows. Right up here, guys. Mother cow shot in the face. Yeah, retired. I'm retired. Why am I an idiot, Jason? You don't like transparency? You don't think the truth should be shared with people? You don't think people should know about their food system? What's wrong? Like, you want to live in a police state? You don't want people to know the truth, right? That's pretty sad, bro. It's pretty sad, bro. You're scared to share the truth. Who says that, E.T.? You're a propaganda machine that gets billions of dollars in subsidies? No, animal products are linked to carcinogenics. Higher meat consumption equals higher all-cause mortality. Any idiot would know that. Scrap, well, you didn't work where I did. You didn't see the shit that I saw. So why wouldn't I share the truth about what takes place? See, I'm trying to make an impact in the world. I'm not an NPC drone like yourself that just follows what he's told like a good boy, you know. I'm trying to make a difference. At least you could at least try to respect that, right? No, Jason, I'm not spreading shit. And I guarantee you, Jason, just by your reaction, I know you worked in the industry. Either you took lives, you transported lives, or you worked on a farm. And tell us, Jason, about the first life you took. Tell us about the first individual life you took. Or are you too scared to say it? A lot of workers or a lot of people who have taken lives are too afraid to talk about their first time. They don't want to go through those feelings. James, I'm here to talk about the animals. I'm sure there's a lot of people that rob and get into crime. I don't think it has to do with the pigment of someone's skin. Maybe there's more violent crimes in certain communities, like slaughterhouse communities. If you didn't know, there are... yeah, Jeremy, how are you doing, brother? It kind of seems so, right? The weaker trolls are just, they kind of say the same thing. Like, I don't know, like these weird troll comments from like maybe 5-10 years ago, like plants feel, yeah, see, Jason Hunts, right? These comments from like 5-10 years ago, right? Like plants feel pain, or crop deaths, though, like all these things that have been debunked like thoroughly. And the thing is, we give these trolls the platforms to express that. Like, it's pretty insane. E.T. Sea life, brother. Sea life. They're not seafood. And as I was saying there, the people that get really triggered are the ones who actually take lives. So Jason says he hunts. Well, Jason, I know a few people that have gone vegan. They used to hunt. They actually took accountability. They decided, you know what? I'm not gonna hunt anymore. I'm gonna stop. Hey, Richard, how you doing, brother? Much love back. No, Jason, fish are animals. Jason, learn about veganism. It's the idea of not exploiting others, viewing others as commodity. We don't do that. Is this a... Sorry, I just thought I saw a truck. Guys, we are in the UK at a disgusting hellhole slaughterhouse. They bring mother cows. All right. So we got a truck coming, guys. Mother cows. They bring in these disgusting trucks. And I'm here with Mel and Steve, and we're going to try to bear witness here. So I'm going to try to get a good view, but it's really difficult with these trucks. They really hide what's happening. So they box them in, right? The smell is so bad, guys.
scanning in there. Listen, you're on a blue box, look at that. That's it, there. Let's back up, this way. Hoping they go automatically, so if we hide around the corner, they may not see us. We may get another charge.
Yeah, alright. Now we've got Abe.
Hey Dave, thank you for being here. I'm not sure if you guys were able to see anything. It's really difficult to,
Nah, they are so big.
the smell. Just looking at some of the footage that we got.
He may even notify you maybe
Dave, appreciate all you do. Chill guy is not so chill. He's making weird claims. There definitely is a lot wrong with people that are commenting the way they are. Apathy, the farmer's vegan daughter, is a plague. It really is a plague in our society. People are lazy. They don't want to take accountability. They want everything done for them. And they just want to fight. For what? For what reason, right? Guys, I'm in the UK. I'm at a disgusting nightmare hellhole slaughterhouse. The smell is absolutely rancid. I'm not sure if you guys are able to see the cows here, but I know that Mel was able to get some footage on them. Jason saying, cry me a river, because he kills animals. He's taken lives and he doesn't want to accept accountability for it. I worked in the industry and I eventually accepted accountability for all the things I saw. I saw probably even millions of animals killed. And I stood there and I sat back, right? And I should have known better. I should have really dug in and reached in my heart and saw things differently. But you know, now I can just try to atone, or even just try to speak up and be accountable for my actions, whatever that takes. And that means me being out here. And I appreciate people like Dave and Jeremy and Martin. And there's so many people, the farmer's daughter, the vegan farmer's daughter, so many people out here that are fighting against this because it's not necessary. People get caught up in their ego, right? They don't want to be called out. Nobody wants to be the bad person in their story, right? Hey, Jake, thank you. Appreciate it. Yes, if you could please hit like, subscribe. Guys, we need this to end today. This needs to stop. We need more people to get out in the streets. And more people on Discord, more people online. Just get out there, speak about it. You guys know how to do it. You guys already know the arguments. Alicia came out. She saw me live. She saw Mel and Steve. She saw Mel and Steve live, and then she saw me live, and she was like, I got to be out there. I'm not clickbait, Jason. You've not seen the things that I've seen, and you've taken lives. I highly recommend you watch a video called What Killing Animals Does to Your Brain. It's on YouTube. Very well documented. It talks about the psychology of taking lives. And that's why I talk about apathy. So apathy, like I said, is a plague in society. So people who take lives generally move towards apathy. They lose that empathy after the first time. They take a life a few times. And then some move to psychopathy. I'd like to hope that you're not a psychopath, Jason, but it's very possible. You never know. My thing is, Jason, why would you fight someone fighting against this? Mother cows being shot in the face, often pregnant. I'm not sure if you've seen that. I have firsthand many times. All because people think that they're baby cows for something they don't need. You know, there's pandemics that start because of these animals being enslaved and forced into existence. It's absolutely disgusting, and this just does not need to happen. And like Greek chef, you know, these guys are in here a few times, and they're always trolling and fighting against what we're saying here, but some will wake up. Some trolls have gone vegan, and the bearded vegan, for example, was one troll, and I know someone named Pete. For Pete's sakes, he changed. He went vegan. He decided to go in and troll on an Earthling Ed video, and after he watched the video, he's like, wait a minute, I'm on the wrong side of history here. It's like slavery, right? Like, a lot of people probably had slaves, they just sat back, they did nothing about it. They were okay with it even. They didn't want to be uncomfortable. They just followed social norms. And that's what a lot of people here are doing. Yeah, exactly. Pete's wonderful. You know, they sat back, social norms, normies, just like these guys in the chat. They didn't want to attack the system. They didn't want to go against the social norms. They didn't want to be uncomfortable, and most importantly, they didn't want to accept responsibility. And that's what it is. It's all about accepting responsibility. We get it now. You know, we don't need to eat animals. We don't need to be a part of this. We don't need to confine animals, torture them, and do what we do to them. It's absolutely horrific. It's disgusting what happens to them. And even if they lived a great life, who are we to take their one and only? Who are we to breed them into existence and enslave them and do these disgusting things to them? So I'm in the UK, guys. Hit that like button, smash that like button, tell all your friends, subscribe. Let's get active for the animals, vegans, if you can. Whatever form, you know, doing something is better than doing nothing, is what my friend Regan Russell always said. Because it's true, and we all resonate with somebody. Somebody could be on my stream or another stream, and they could really resonate with other people. So, yeah, guys, thank you for being here. Veg Fest, Alicia. I know I missed it. I was out here doing stuff. So, yeah, Veg Fest, great time, great experience. You get to meet like-minded people who actually aren't jerks to animals, who don't hate animals, who don't view animals as commodities like some supremacist mindset, you know, like a lot of people even here, like Gufter, like sounds like maybe one of those people. Gufter, you know what? I got this once in a lifetime opportunity for you. If you're still on the tit, bro, I will send you a pacifier. I will send you a blankie and even a bottle of milk. How's that? But it'll be plant-based milk, and we'll transition you. I'll even give you a hug, buddy. I'll give you a big hug. How's that? Aw, Muffin and his language. You know, these guys are so triggered. It's amazing. But you know what's even more amazing is that these triggered trolls will donate. They'll donate even funds to animal rights activists just so they can say their message, which is amazing because they're also contributing to like the people watching in the chat because they keep it kind of triggered or clickbaity like the other guy said, and we end up getting more views. They're actually supporting us. They're the ones supporting us. They're talking about it, probably because of a bit of cognitive dissonance, but pretty amazing, right? And so I figure maybe one day if I ever get a big enough audience, I'll get my one of my mods or myself, and we'll just do like a perma deletion of these trolls. You know, they might follow you for 3, 4, 5 years, and then you just get rid of them all and be like, thanks guys, by the way, don't let the door hit you on the way out, right? So guys, the smell here, I can't even believe it. There's communities all behind this slaughterhouse. Like children live there. They're drinking the water there. In Toronto, the health inspector's always there checking the water. So, like, does the health inspector come to your home and check the water? No. They come to these places because they know. They know they're ruining the environment. They know they're ruining the health and the fabric of the community by creating more drug addicts, more violent crime people, more workplace injuries, creating havoc on the healthcare system. It's ridiculous. I don't know if we're getting back into the era of people being sexist or something like that. Like Jordan, maybe Jordan has some issues, internal issues. I don't know. But guys, please hit subscribe. Go follow Alicia on YouTube. Go follow Jake. Yeah, that shit does end up in our water, right? Tobias, it's not for safe. Well, if it was for safety, they would just stop and shut down the slaughterhouse and stop putting feces and whatever it is into the environment. It's disgusting. Yeah, so guys, I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector. I used to work for the Canadian government. If you have any questions pertaining to that, I'm more than willing to share. I've done a number of podcasts. You can go to Vegan FTA. I did one some time ago, or Vegan Gaze. I did one with her as well. I believe it's the same one. But also I'll be doing a few more, and I'm going to be in a documentary, part of one anyway, coming up. I can't give too many details on that, but eventually that'll be out. Well, you just don't have to eat almonds then. If that's your excuse, bro, if that's your excuse to be violent and disgusting to innocent animals, like, how much do cows drink? How much do other animals drink that you consume? How much water goes to all the animals' crops that you consume? Like, bro, you're just using the almonds as an excuse, just like you use everything else. But what about the marginalized worker? If you could care less about animals, it sounds like you could care less about animals. What about the marginalized worker? What about the marginalized community then? So it's okay to put black people, it's okay to put migrants, immigrants, refugees all into slaughterhouses. Is that okay? Not you, not yourself specifically. So it's a bit of a racist kind of thing, is it not? That we're using minorities to work in these places. Otherwise, why wouldn't we do it ourselves? Why don't you do it yourself, Mr. Almond guy? Guys, we are out at a disgusting hellhole slaughterhouse in the UK. They take the lives of innocent cows. Sometimes they're still pregnant. Pregnant, guys. They're absolutely still pregnant. And some of the reasoning behind that is so that the farmer will get more money for the meat. If you can figure that out, right? So they'll forcefully impregnate these cows. They'll stick their arms in their anuses. They'll grab their cervix and they'll put semen inside them. They'll have 2 or 3 babies. They'll steal the babies. They'll steal the babies away. Sometimes some farms, they shoot them right away in the head. They're born, boom, shoot them right in front of their mother. They don't care. Mothers bellow out for days and days and days. And they'll have 2 or 3 babies, and then they'll send them to a disgusting hellhole place like this, and you'll eat the disabled mother. Guys, when you eat animal products, you're eating disabled babies, pretty much. Chickens are 42 days old when they're sent to slaughter. They can't even hold their own body weight. They're all female. All the males go into a giant blender their first day of life.
If you want to do that, just let me know.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Guys, so I just wanted to bring up some statistics for you here surrounding violent crime and slaughterhouses. So I have statistics here, okay? You can go look these up and verify yourself. So county level U.S. analysis from 1994 to 2002 shows that higher slaughterhouse employment rates saw increases in total arrests, including violent crime, rape arrests, and other sex offense arrests compared to counties hosting other types of manufacturing. So that is a study done by, a landmark study by Fitzgerald. You can go take a look at that. And then they did a rural county follow-up in 2015. The presence of slaughterhouses in non-metropolitan county responded at a 22% increase rate of total arrests, guys. So increases in specific types of arrests, including rape and sexual offenses, similar to that with the other counties. So when you are supporting a slaughterhouse, you are supporting higher violent crime rates, including sexual assault and all these things, guys. Just a trigger warning. So let's talk about psychological harm, okay? So PTSD, depression, anxiety, trauma, violence, and abuse across 14 studies, okay? This is a systematic review, especially directly working with the animals, increased in notable depression rates, anxiety, exactly violence, once again, like I just mentioned, also coping strategies, so, and things like perpetrator-induced trauma, or what they call as PITS, So the Journal of Ethics argues slaughterhouse workers can experience PTSD-like symptoms, specifically from I can't even say the word, perpetrating violence as part of the job, and that symptoms may go ongoing for, basically the rest of their life. Regression analysis across 10,000 workers found that 44 occupations within slaughterhouse work had lower physical and psychological well-being. And I can attest to a lot of this stuff. So I used to work in these places. I suffer PTSD, flashbacks every single day, all the time. And this is one that's more recent that actually I was part of, a Vox overview, if you know the company Vox. So they talk about PTSD, anxiety, depression, slaughterhouse workers, and the risk that they go through with workplace injuries. So to that extent, we'll talk about workplace injuries. So U.S. national injury rates, totaled recordable cases, saw an increased rate of 3.6% per 100 fitness to work evaluations. So in summary, it's basically saying that 59 to 81% of the jobs evaluated exceeded the threshold for health and safety considerations. So like things like musculoskeletal disorder, carpal tunnel, and stuff like that. So then they talked about also not reporting these things because workers are afraid. And so I'm going to scan through that a bit. Let's see here.
Why do you think they have to say things like humane?
There's something really sadistic about a clown.
Yeah, so it was 66% of workers did not want to share with their employer that they were suffering an injury due to fears of being fired. So 66% of workers that suffered injury did not report. So I bring that all up because while you may not think that you're supporting something so bad, and maybe you don't care about animals, but yeah, it's right here. You can go look it up, Jason. So it's obvious you don't care about animals and you don't care about your communities. So you would rather have popped up slaughterhouses everywhere and have humans suffer things like alcohol, drug addiction. You're okay with increased violent crime rates, including SA. Good for you, Jason. Good for you. Yep. It's crazy. The list goes on and on and on. I could go on for days reading about what happens. Yeah, exactly. You all have the power to change. Guys, go follow Alex. Go subscribe to him. He was out yesterday. He was actually assaulted yesterday. Assaulted just for talking on a camera. Can you believe that? That's how triggered. Who knows? It might have even been Jason. Jason believes it's okay for him to be a human supremacist. So you never know. Maybe it was the same guy. Probably could be. Imagine how far you have to go to think that you're right or not accept personal accountability like Jason. Jason's too afraid to accept responsibility for his actions because he's taken lives and he doesn't want to have to, he doesn't feel like he has to justify it, right? No, Gufford. See, then you just don't know about the psychology behind working in slaughterhouses, bro. It creates psychopaths, and the studies show that. Working in it, and there's a video called What Killing Animals Does to Your Brain, it goes right over that, dude. It goes right over that. So, Gothy Barbie, we are out at a slaughterhouse in the UK. It's called ABP. They have a series of them. So my friends Mel and Steve are out here showing the truth about what takes place with your food system. So if you eat animals, we're showing the cows that go in, often pregnant, often they're all shot in the face, sorry, and they're all slit. Their necks are slit, all because people think they're baby cows. So we're just trying to educate the public. We're asking people to be kind and stop eating animals, leave them alone. People like Jason who think it's okay that violent crime in their communities grow, like in slaughterhouse areas. Also, workplace injuries. Also, usually using minorities and refugees and immigrants and such to work in these places, as well as just viewing animals as commodities in general. So we're out here just trying to get the public to think about their food choices and make the change. I have a link in my description. It's called the 3-Minute Movie Challenge. I encourage you to take that challenge. As you can see, this truck here, it's the reason why we're here. If you've ever been around cows or other animals, you know that they're all innocent beings. They don't want to be exploited. They don't want to have to go through what you're putting them through if you're paying for this to happen. Why be the reason an animal has to go on a truck like that and go in a disgusting hellhole nightmare facility like this, on a truck like that, to have your baby stolen and be killed at just a fraction of your normal lifespan? Why would you want that? Bossy, I didn't realize that God wanted animals bred into existence, genetically engineered to be disabled, and then for you to eat them, and so that cancer rates could skyrocket. And unbelievable. I'm grown up, Ryan. What's there to grow up for? I don't. Why do people want to grow up? I'd rather be younger. You know, it's nicer to be younger. Well, maybe in some cases it's nicer to be younger. So guys, I'm at this disgusting hellhole slaughterhouse. See, they even have signs with guard dogs right up here, right there. Guard dogs. Because they want to hide what's happening, just like they hide with the words and they hide with everything else. But once you learn better, you got to be better. And we know we can live healthy and fine on a plant-based diet, that we don't have to be a part of this, that we don't have to enslave individuals and put them on death trucks like this and have their heads chopped off so we can satiate ourselves for a quick 5-minute meal, a little bit of pleasure. We can be better. We have to be better. And a lot of people are choosing to be better, finally. It's nice to see. We have veg fests all over the world. We see the increase in demand growing. You can look at consumer goods. There you go. God's plants is bought. Wait a second. I think we got a plant-based. Oh, they're watching us on camera, guys.
Yeah, this camera's turned around now.
Right up there, guys.
But guess what? We're not leaving. We're going to be here tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day, the next day.
Guys, unbelievable. Unbelievable. So I'm here with my friends Mel and Steve, and I'm hopping in.
There's many
just to
things
say
in
hi.
this world that you can't stop, but by being vegan, you literally stop in your name today for any animals to go inside these hellholes because of you today. Now that is a powerful position to be in.
Yeah,
So
especially for the animals.
yeah, you can literally stop this injustice in your name right now. So we're with David here as well. He's an ex-slaughterhouse inspector, and he's live streaming with us as well.
Hey guys, thank you for the support for these two, and specifically, they're out here every day kicking it all the time. They're doing incredible work. Please, please, please share, like, subscribe, and donate. Get it on their Patreon. Get in on supporting them monthly. They get out here showing off these disgusting hellhole facilities. How disgusting is this? Mother cows are brought here. Some of them are pregnant, and they're waiting to be executed. They're waiting to be executed. How disgusting is that? How ridiculous is that? So I've been talking on my stream over here about how absurd it is. Is that a truck?
No.
No, I'm seeing things. I'm
Yeah,
seeing
it's 'cause
things.
the
All right,
writing
yeah.
looked like slats, didn't it?
Yeah. So I'm here also talking about the consequences of our actions with regards to sponsoring these disgusting nightmare facilities. Okay, so if you look at the rates of PTSD, drug, alcohol addiction, the rise in violent crime rates, including SA, it blows up surrounding communities with slaughterhouses. So why would you do that to a community? It wreaks havoc on the healthcare system. So you look at pathogens, diseases, the more animal products that you eat, the higher risk of cancer. So these are all human-centric ideas, right? But the idea is that this violent industry, a violent industry that would execute mother cows at 6 years old, 5 years old, execute their babies, the males, of course they're going to do that to the community as well. So they're ruining the environment, they're ruining health, and obviously they're ruining the lives of so many. So guys, watch the movie Dominion. It's on YouTube. It's free. Go to the 3-minute movie challenge too as well. On my link, I have a description on the description there. Guys, see the truth. Go see the truth. See what happens in this industry. What this company of terror is sponsoring, right? They're supporting animal cruelty and abuse. If you've been to some of these farms, go to a place like Animal Justice Project.
Yes.
They will show you the truth. The largest dairy farm in Canada, or sorry, in the UK, was just exposed recently. The workers are coming out. They're taking a look at us.
Should we listen? I'm just gonna go film them quick because I think they need to put the pressure.
Yeah. So we have some workers coming out here, guys. And Mal is calling them out. Steve's calling them out. And guys, we need to be better. We need to stop this today. If you're an animal rights activist, join us on the 26th. We're going to go live for Project Livestream. We're going to have, I don't know how many activists out doing the exact same thing we're doing today, speaking up, speaking out against these disgusting places all over the world. Get involved. This is going to be historic. We're going to reach so many people. These YouTube vertical live streams are kicking off, guys. They're kicking off. We need to get on this right now. We could really make a dent in the industry. They're already having meetings about us. They're watching us. They know when we're coming sometimes as well. So we're kind of incognito sometimes, where we just show up. So we don't let people know ahead of time. It's kind of crazy, right? So they're on to us. And I'll tell you, as an inspector, when I used to walk into these places unannounced, the times I went in unannounced is when I saw things. I saw horrific things. And so it's like catching a kid doing something wrong. We often see them doing something that was out of the confines of the law, which they were supposed to be doing. Oh, thank you, Jason. I appreciate that. I look unhealthy, I look fat, I look skinny, I look tall, I look short. The pigment in my skin's on, it's too dark, it's too light. You know, all the things, right? I get that every stream, brother. It's nothing new. Jason's triggered, guys, because he's taking lives. He's physically taken lives, and he doesn't want to accept accountability, and he's crying like a river.
Yeah, so and it's like I can give you my charge as well. How do I turn it on?
Yeah, I'm gonna try mine first.
Cool.
Try mine first.
Magnet. Where's the magnet? Fell down my t-shirt. Yeah, so they've now got security on the gate instead of it being automated because we're here. So now they have to stand outside now and do it. So come along to slaughterhouses, put pressure on these awful places. Join Project Livestream, message us on Instagram, we'll get you involved. Got my magnet, found my magnet for my mic.
That's the only thing about those, right? It's
yeah, I wish they like clipped on so you could take it on. So yeah, we are outside of a slaughterhouse in the UK right now. They are taking mothers and babies in to this absolute disgusting hellhole that people call a slaughterhouse. It is evil. This is a murder house. It is disgusting. It is a hellhole. Mothers and babies are being taken in. Taken in. This is urgent. They're being taken in because you are not vegan. Now, this stream is for you to see these victims with your own eyes, for you to understand the urgency of what happens in these horrible places, on these slave camps that people call farms, with the slave owners, people call animal farmers. They're not animal farmers, they're slave owners. It's a slavery camp. It is disgusting. And then those people send them to a murder house. The same people that say, oh, I love my animals. Look, this truck's coming out empty now. Coming out empty. It's so important that we put pressure on these industries. don't know if you saw that security come out and it was like,
running inside, like panicking.
yeah.
Yeah. Guys, we're in the UK. We are at a disgusting hellhole slaughterhouse called ADP. They take the lives of innocent cows every single day. I think they're like a 24-hour location where we are, and it's unbelievable. We live in a world that we don't have to do this to others, and why would we do that? They're all domesticated. Random pipe layer. They're all domesticated. I mean, you wouldn't be able to put your companion animals into the wild. Neither could you put these animals into the wild because they're bred. They're genetically engineered. They're basically disabled babies is what people are eating. It's kind of ridiculous. It's sad. Why would we do that to innocent animals when we don't have to? Quite literally, we are all living proof that we don't need to be a part of this. There's hundreds of millions. There's I think 150 million vegans in the world. That's what the Vegan Society said. My guess it's probably more. People just don't probably identify with it. Maybe they just don't eat animal products, or maybe they haven't come to the idea or the conclusion that we don't have to do this to others. Cali, that's kind of a weak thing to say. If you think it's not okay to speak out in public, if you think we should live in police states, that's a pretty sad thing to say. There was the Garden of Eden, Jason. Do you remember that? Jake, thank you for letting us know. Exactly. So it's very simple. Jake's vegan. He gets out in the streets as well. Please go to his channel, subscribe. We saw Alex on earlier. We saw Jeremy on here earlier. Martin, it's Mel and Steve are right behind me. And we're showing the world what's taking place with the food system within our rights. And a lot of people just want to tell us to shut up. Well, don't they believe in freedom of speech? Don't they believe in people talking about important issues? Isn't that what all these countries supposedly fight for? To speak up against injustice? They literally have signs that say guard dogs. How is Jake completely wrong, bro? Jake knows this stuff. It's funny, the vegans know a lot more than most farmers. Most farmers don't even know because they're just in their little echo chamber. They don't get out much, so. Cruiser, just because we did something in the past doesn't mean that it's acceptable in the future. Did we not commit grape? Wasn't grape just a normal thing? No, we can evolve. And why do you want to be the reason an animal has to suffer? Why do you hate animals? Why would you want an animal to be shot in the face or electrocuted or burned in a fucking gas chamber, dude? Why do you want that? Why are you cool with that? How can you be cool with that? If you don't know and you haven't learned about it, fine. But if you know, that's pretty pathetic, weak behavior. And no, it's not acceptable. And I'm not going to accept it. It's fucking disgusting. Exactly. What about the animal's choice? The animal doesn't have a choice in this system, right? Don't move the goalposts. Of course you hate it. If you eat them, you're putting them into gas chambers, bro. You're putting them into slaughter. Think about it. If you kicked your dog, would you say that that's a dog lover? No, you wouldn't. It's the exact same thing that's happening, dude. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Don't move the goalposts. Yeah, I'm the reason a pig has to scream inside a gas chamber, get killed at 6 months, have my testicles ripped out, my teeth ripped out. Yeah, that's real love, isn't it? Give me a break. These people, man. Man, unbelievable. The apathy and the lack of education is like unreal. People just walk around like drones in the world. They're being shot in the face, Cruiser. They're being fucking shot in the face, sometimes multiple times. They don't all have the same skull size. Have you been inside a slaughterhouse, bro? What the fuck are you talking about? Unbelievable. They're babies. They're pregnant sometimes as well. I'm not in the USA. I don't need to support any politician. What the fuck are you talking about, man? These people, man. Unbelievable. And if you don't know, and maybe you don't, maybe I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. There's a link in my description. It's a 3-minute movie challenge. Go watch it and then come back. Absolutely, I've been inside a slaughterhouse. I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector. I worked for the Canadian Food Inspection Agency for 15 years. I worked in animal welfare. I worked in animal transportation. I worked in an investigation unit as well. And I saw how horrific humans are to animals on a scale that you can't imagine. I actually retired a few years ago because of the things I saw. Not this guy again. Yes, this guy. This guy's gonna be there all the time, Flounder. I'm gonna be here until animal agriculture is over. So I won't stop. And if you don't like it, don't let the door hit you on the way out, bro. Yeah, it's PM here, Prime Minister in Canada, whatever they kind of say it like that here in the UK. Well, some people, they just joke around. Look, they have blockers up here. Blockers to hide what's happening here. How many years you work there until you quit? So 15 and a half years. I worked about 6 years in slaughterhouses. Then I worked in processing, worked in imports and exports. I sampled fish as well. And then I worked in an investigation unit my last few months. I worked in a pandemic response as well, just prior to that. And then that's when I was, then I moved on to a different job. I worked in Social Development Canada. So 22 years I worked in, as a civil servant, I guess you could say. I did make a living off of that, Bradley. My whole family worked in it. So it was kind of I was next in line. I always was told that we have to eat animals and be a part of that, and somebody's going to do it. And my grandfather always put this emphasis of getting a government job, so I did. And I didn't really realize what I was getting involved in, but put that to like me being naive and pretty stupid. And then eventually I changed after I found out, I could change. I didn't realize. I didn't even know what the word was, vegan, until about 6, 7, 8 months after I think it was around that. After I stopped eating animals, I just stopped eating them and I didn't die. And then I felt like I was fucking lied to. And that's why I'm here yapping to a stupid box all day. Guys, hit like, hit subscribe, tell all your friends, hit that notification bell. Guys, get out there, speak for the animals. And stop being a jerk, guys. You don't have to eat animals. You don't have to be a part of this stupid system, conforming, following the social norms. Come on, guys. They're innocent animals. Go to a sanctuary, visit the animals. Go hang out with a cow. I played soccer with a cow. Go hang out with a chicken. They purr. They see in more colors than we do. How dare I? Jason. Well, I didn't take the lives, but I might as well have at that time, right? And Jason, the first step to healing, dude, is to stop killing the animals and realize that you're part of the problem, bro. You're part of the problem, and you should change. You need to change. It's time. Come on, take some responsibility, bro. Be a man. Be a human being. Be kind. Don't be a dictator. Don't be a monster. Don't be a human supremacist. You can be better than that. Well, Cruiser, have you seen what happens to these animals? I'm saying your actions are horrific. You're paying others to be monsters to animals, so you're going to go to a grocery store. So at the same time, you're increasing violent crime rates. You're increasing risk of pandemics. You're increasing E. coli, Salmonella, Campylobacter out to the public. So healthcare system's getting screwed. So that raises taxes for everyone else, right? So if you want to think about it in the human-centric cause, you're putting migrants, refugees, immigrants, even children are getting trafficked to work in these places that you never would. So why don't you go replace them? You go suffer the trauma. You go suffer the Campylobacter and screw up your neurological health by contracting one of these pathogens. And Diddy can't use words, obviously, and Tone's here just telling him to shut up a little bit. Diddy, use your words, bro. Use your words. What a weird name, too. Yeah, Dan, well, why do you think that is? Why do you think E. coli is in vegetables? Do you think the vegetable shit, do you think they poop? No. We're literally, the cows here, guys, the cows here that they shoot in the head, that they grape, they steal their babies from, so you can pretend you're a baby cow. They take their poo because they have nowhere else to put it, and they put it into the farmers' fields, and that's why you smell shit everywhere when you can use other fertilizer. It's ridiculous. Absolutely absurd. It destroys, and people worry about pesticides, neoinsecticides, all these things. Well, what do you think this shit does to our soil? It destroys the soil. Like, I don't know how people don't think a little bit beyond just following the social norms. Christopher, don't know what you mean. Yeah, they are weak, Lambretta. They are weak. Why would you support harming, being violent, destroying the lives of families, destroying the lives of communities even? Imagine it was your child. Imagine your child came up to you and said, Mom, Dad, I want to work in a slaughterhouse. How would you feel? Would you let them do it? Would you not think that there's something wrong upstairs? Well, who's working in these positions, right? It's marginalized communities. They're using racialized individuals. They're using immigrants, refugees, and they're the ones that suffer the trauma, and they're the ones who are scared to tell their employers that they're suffering trauma or that they're turning to drugs and alcohol or something like that. Why would you support a system that has that? Roscoe, how about you stop supporting a system of violence? Why do you hate animals? Why do you hate marginalized people? What's wrong with you? Is that what you were taught growing up? Harvesting, that's another word. That's another word that's hilarious, that you're gonna harvest an individual. Cruiser, so I'm assuming it's sounding more and more like you do know what happens in the industry, so even more shame on you. What do you mean nature? Where you're on a phone, Flounder, you're on a box, you're staring at a screen. How is that natural? We don't live in a natural world, bro. They're all genetically engineered. They all been manipulated to be basically disabled babies that can't carry their own body weight. It's absolutely fucking disgusting. Thank you, Anik. Thank you very much. Absolutely. I will be here until this disgusting industry takes a massive hit or until they're done. If you eat animals and you know what happens to them in this industry, then you hate them. There's no doubt about it. You're just discriminating one species or another. Maybe you have a dog, but you hate cows. But in some countries they eat dogs, and some countries they revere cows. So you got to think about the hypocrisy there. It's a little bit ridiculous. Little mental gymnastics. So guys, we are in the UK. We're at a disgusting hellhole slaughterhouse. I wish there was a button I could push so you could actually smell how disgusting it is in this place. Unbelievable how bad it reeks. And we're here to show the proof. Have I ever seen a cow die? From what age? Bradley, from all ages. I've seen mother cows actually be shot in the head and their baby actually fall out of them. Their placenta fall out of them before they were even given birth. I've seen, what really sticks with me is when I saw, sorry, it was like flashing back to it. There was a cow, hate from Canada. I'm from Canada.
So, going, bro.
Yeah.
Going well. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
A little bit smaller, but that's okay. I mean, it
that's
doesn't
fine.
matter. So this is Steve. Steve, thank you so much
Hey,
for
guys.
standing up for the animals. Is your mic on?
No,
Okay.
mic's off. Mic's off. Yeah, no. Mate, thank you for everything you do. Look, we have to. It's non-negotiable. It's not a choice. We have freedom. We have a voice. We have our bodily autonomy. We're not commodified. We know the victims behind these gates, so we are obliged. We're morally obliged to stand up for them. Cruiser, we have local farms where I live. This shit this guy is saying is happening is not happening. Cruiser, when you stay here by the way, you'll see small farms turn up and you'll see factory farms turning up. This isn't a welfare movement. We're not here advocating for better animal rights. We're not asking for bigger cages. We're not asking for more hay, more straw, more cuddles at night time. We're asking for the abolishment of exploiting and commodifying animals. It's irrelevant. When they come here, there's no welfare. When they come here, the small holdings and the factory farms all go onto the same kill floor. They all get killed with the same knife, with the same guy in the same nut box. We think that animals should have rights protecting them. They should have their bodily autonomy. Your small farm scenario, you're feeding into that propaganda, the humane washing and the lies that the industry has taught you from a young child. It's perhaps not your fault. Perhaps it's all you've known, perhaps it's all you've ever seen, but the reality is not what you think it is. You were told the tooth fairy was real, that was a lie. You were told Father Christmas was real, that was a lie. You're told small farms, small holding, done locally is okay, that's a lie too. Wake up, you woke up to all the other things you were told about, wake up to this injustice too. Just click on Dominion the movie, watch it. Go and watch Earthlings, Land of Hope and Glory, pick one. There's about 20 different documentaries to go and watch to educate yourself. And once you know, you can't unknow. And find out the reality of what you're supporting. Because when you're saying these sorts of things, do you even realize the violence that you're backing up?
It's not every farm.
Every farm is a concentration camp. Every farm. Listen, would we say, let's take a concentration camp. I'm not going to name any specific places because I don't want to get any reports or anything, but we're going to use some words to describe some places. We all know of a certain concentration camp which is world renowned. We know it, okay? Let's take that concentration camp and let's improve the welfare of the people who were kept there. Let's say that they were given comfortable beds, pillows and blankets. Let's say that they were given more yard time. Does that make the injustice disappear? Of course not. As soon as you commodify someone, you give them a number, not a name, and you take away their autonomy and their freedom, it's a concentration camp, whichever way you want to look at it. They're slaves, they're prisoners. No one signed up. These animals did not consent to what happens to them. It's a concentration camp. Their autonomy is taken. It's a concentration camp. I worked at a farm and all the stuff you were saying is happening was not happening. Have you been in a slaughterhouse? Have you seen inside a slaughterhouse? We're not talking about the conditions on farms. We're not talking about welfare. We're talking about the rights violations of the individuals. This guy stood to the side. He has been inside the slaughterhouse and he's seen what happens inside there. He's got a first person witnessed account of what goes on. You've never been inside of a slaughterhouse, ever. Why not, rather than trying to stick to the lies and the propaganda you've been told, why not ask sensible questions and educate yourself? Why not be open to the fact that you could be wrong about this issue? Why not? What have you got to lose? Ask open questions and educate yourself. Watch the documentaries, educate yourself. Don't just stick to the narrative you've been told. Don't defend your taste buds and your culture so violently, because the real violence isn't happening to you, it's happening to them. They're the real victims.
100%.
Eating meat is not that big of a deal. Listen, if eating meat is not that big of a deal for you, do you know who it is a big deal for? The individuals inside the kill floor right now.
Yeah.
Right now. So if it's not a big deal for you, you got nothing to worry about. Give it up. Stop being the person responsible for their deaths.
Yeah, I'm not an idiot for eating meat, but when humans have been doing it for thousands of years. Well, listen, we've been doing a lot of bad things for thousands of years, and we evolve. I mean, it's just as simple as that. I mean, yeah. I think in 100 years from now, this industry is going to be abolished. Absolutely. And so why wouldn't you want to be on the right side of history when it comes to something like this? And it's funny you mentioned that you worked on a farm. I will guarantee I've been on more farms than probably every single person in this chat. So have you. So like, I don't get what you mean by working on a farm. I mean, you were there for part of the time. I guarantee you're not a vet, you're not an inspector, and I guarantee you didn't understand all the situations that were happening with the animals. Is that in there? No. If you are, tell us about your experience. I guarantee you saw things probably that you just probably put out of your mind, and you thought in your human-centric idea, in your human way, that everything was fine. But like Steve said, Go watch the documentary Dominion. You didn't ever come to a slaughterhouse. You have not even know. You don't even know what takes place. You don't know the smells. You don't know what happens when someone has to stab an animal in the neck so many different times, and the stunning doesn't work, or the stunning's excessive, or they're pregnant and babies are falling out of them. You don't even know that.
Yeah. And to say your last comment was we evolved from eating meat. The key word in your sentence there is evolution, is to evolve. Now we've evolved past this. We've evolved past the point where we have to do this to animals. When there's no necessity, there's no justification. So the key is in your title, evolution, evolve past all this BS. Stop hurting animals, just eat plants. Nothing changes for you. This is one of the most annoying things. Nothing changes for you. You have burgers, you have sausages, you have pizzas, you have chocolate, you have yogurts, you have absolutely everything that you have right now, but you remove your support for this industry that has a real victim.
Do you want me to go over there?
Yeah.
No, I like. Oh, you want me to go on?
No, it's cool. It's all cool.
Yeah,
We're just jumping around.
I just thought I would leave. I thought I would
Jumping
leave you here and go give some of my experience over there.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah?
Let's do
Is
it.
that okay?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I can. I'm taking over David's live stream right now. We're gonna take this over. Alicia's here. Hey, Alicia, how you doing? What's going down, everybody? So listen, there's no justification to what happens to the animals here. No justification. Being vegan is easy, 100%. Someone saying, Flounder saying, please support your local farmers and not this insanity. You think it's insane what we're doing? Standing up for baby animals is insane. Standing up for these animals is not insane. This is just what's been done throughout any injustice in history. Is your mic on? Oh, David's got your mic?
Yeah.
Cool.
We switched lives for a minute.
We switched lives for a minute.
We just had a lagging issue. So hi Alicia, how are you? Hi Jack. Hi everyone in here.
Have we still got the lagging issue? Or is it gone?
It's been lagging a little bit.
All right.
Support cattlemen? No way. We did not support slave owners. We did not support slave camps. We're vegan animal rights activists. We defend the victim of those disgusting people. We would never ever support any animal farmer. They're disgusting. They're the oppressor. They're the vicious oppressor. They know what they're doing to the animals. They know, and then they lie to you saying, oh, we love our animals. It's an absolute lie. We're falling for it. Everyone's falling for it. I fell for it as well. But you don't see the slaughterhouse. Have you ever seen the knife that stabs the animals in the throats that he said that he loves? They're evil. It's evil, and they need to change now.
Alicia, we haven't heard any cries yet this morning. We've heard a lot of bangs and a lot of crashes.
And we did at the back earlier.
Oh, yes, we did. No, I tell a lie. Yeah, we did on the way round. Yeah, we heard them bellowing from the back of the slaughterhouse where we came around this morning.
Yeah, so we have an animal slave owner in the chat. Who do you farm?
Cruiser says, look up that vegan teacher and consider if your strategy is one that works. Cruiser, look up Martin Luther King and then look up Malcolm X. Both had the same message, but both had a very different approach to how they went about it.
And then look up Dominion on YouTube and see what you're trying to defend.
Yeah.
We know
Absolutely.
this changes people. People have gone vegan every single time we do this. I mean, even today, like on our live, a hunter has gone vegan. They have stopped hunting animals.
Yeah, absolutely.
Once people see the reality, they stop. They hate it. Been doing it as a family tradition. So you've been murdering animals as a family tradition.
Yeah.
That's psychopathic. Why don't you stop? Why don't you get out of it? Do you care about animals? Let's actually get to the root. Like, do you actually care about the animals? Do you know what happens to them at a slaughterhouse? Because farmers don't ever go inside of a slaughterhouse, do they?
No, never. Never. Farmers drop their animals off and they drive away. That's what happens outside of a slaughterhouse. They take their money and they run. They never stay with the animals. They never see what happens. They never are with them in their moments where their lives are taken. What a betrayal. Ultimate betrayal.
Someone put, do you take protein supplements?
Do we take protein supplements? You can get vegan protein supplements. Yeah, you just get like soya shakes. You can get pea protein, soya protein. It's the same thing.
All protein comes from plants, if that was your question though. All protein actually comes from plants, so it's super easy.
Yeah. Why would you want protein attached to such violence? Do people realise that when you're saying these anti-vegan comments, you're supporting some of the most horrific violence to some of the most innocent baby animals? Okay, that should be okay now. All right, cool. We should be back. We got bad signal here today. At least it is back. Cool. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the signal. The signal's been really bad here all day.
Yeah,
it's
we're usually
got really good. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Okay, now. Cool. All right, we're back. Is R1 all good now? Let's check R1 as well. Sometimes you just turn up and the signal's just not working. We dropped back into 8.
All good there.
We're all good as well.
Well, that seems like it's now confusing, isn't it? Being on different ones.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's who.
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah. Strange. It's a weird day out here today. It's a very weird day out here today. Farmers are the heart of America. Animal farmers are not. Animal farmers are evil. Animal farmers should be locked up. Anyone farming animals should be in prison for what they do to them. It's disgusting. Who would want to commodify, enslave, force pregnancies, murder innocent animals who just want to live their life? Who would want to do that to them?
Yeah, who would do that? Above the horizon. Hey, how are you? Your name changes from that vegan sign guy to this. I'm confused who you are now. Yeah, anyone who's joined the live stream, we are at a slaughterhouse. We haven't witnessed mothers going in. They were extremely. In fact, I'll show you on a camera. Let me just get this up on here. So we had like a really long time. Why is that doing that? And then this, okay. Alright, so you can see how thin these mother cows were. Look how thin they were. They've been so exploited. So exploited. Everything taken away from them. So they have pregnancy forced upon them. They have their baby taken away from them. Oh yeah, look. They try and hide this so much.
Wow. The other one's faster. We're up the track. Signal's good. Excellent, thank you so much.
Yeah, see how the security like freak out? They're like, oh my gosh, I don't want my face on camera. If you don't want your face on camera, stop working in these disgusting hellholes. Like, it's so easy, you just go work in these evil places. Every single person who works here should be seen. They should be seen by the public. The public should know what kind of scumbags are being here. They can quit their job easy. I mean, we've got David, he's an ex-slaughterhouse inspector. He quit his job. This is his live stream. He quit his job and he's now an animal rights activist. He fights for the rights of animals because he knows that what happened to animals were awful. He just didn't realize there was another option. He was also lied to. The propaganda is unreal. I spoke to a guy who worked at a gas chamber for pigs. He didn't even know it was a gas chamber. He didn't even know because he worked in the meat packing section. Now this place is massive, right? Pilgrim's Pride in Bristol, massive gas chamber. This side's the gas chamber, this side's the meat packaging. So when the workers come in who do the meat packaging, they go in this way and the pigs go in this way. So he didn't even realise he was working at a gas chamber. Yeah, he was a meat packer, yeah. I showed him footage of what happens inside of that gas chamber, or of the same company gas chamber that Joey Carvstrong exposed. And his bottom lip was wobbling because he was going to cry. He was so upset and disturbed by what he saw. He was like, oh my god, and then the security shouted at him to get him in. I was like, they shouldn't be treating him like that. He just didn't know any better. So I gave him a card and hopefully he's gone vegan. But there's so many people who are taking themselves away from this industry. They don't want to be part of this disgusting hellhole. They don't want animals to go inside slaughterhouses. But we got to give them the other option. We got to give them the knowledge and the education that they can live vegan and never pay for it. Someone here saying steak is good. No one goes vegan because they stop liking the taste. They go vegan because of the morals. and the ethics behind what happens.
Very,
You probably have a dog or a cat home. Thank you so much, Tony, for putting in the video, pig gas chamber. Thank you. Yeah, I can't remember what I was just saying. Yeah, you probably have never seen what happens inside these places. We have. David's seen it personally. He's seen what has happened. Watch Dominion on YouTube. See for yourself what happens in these places. Every single animal gets a knife in their throat. Then they get hung up and the blood drains from them. The blood drains from them. No, halal's awful as well. Joey Carlson just did an investigation on a halal slaughterhouse. But this is the question, right? How can you stab someone in the throat in a nice way? They want to live. They don't want to die, right? It's not like these aren't like your companion animals like dogs and cats who are at the end of their life and there's no other option for them. These are babies and mothers going into these places. Babies and mothers from the dairy industry, from the beef industry, the pig industry, the turkey industry. Did you know chickens go into a gas chamber at 42 days old? Little babies. They didn't do anything wrong to deserve this. Our species has commodified them to the point people don't even see them as victims. People actually laugh at their injustice. Now there's not many other injustices that have happened in this world that people actually laugh at what happens. Now this is the biggest war. And I'm not saying this to be like extreme. This is just facts that this is the biggest war the world has ever seen, and it's been put onto the animals. Since before humans were at war, we were at war with the animals. The animals are always put to the bottom of the pile. Andrew, why don't you go to the farmer and bother them? We do as well. Yeah, we go undercover inside farms. We make sure we speak to every single farmer that drops the animals off, who he said he loves. But you know what though? The power is with you, the public, the consumer. The whole time you're paying the farmer, they're going to continue doing it. Because the farmers don't care about the animals, they only care about money. So if you're continuously giving them money to do it, they're just going to keep doing it. Farmers are lazy. They're lazy. They don't care. Like the animals are the ones being commodified and used and abused. The farmer could just sit back and get money and then send the animals to a slaughterhouse and then lie to you. The money that he has will be spent on propaganda to you. We love our animals. We take care of our animals. We feed our animals. Oh, they're the best condition. It's a load of rubbish. Absolutely a load of rubbish. I love my dog. I love my chickens who we've rescued. I would never, ever, 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 for all the money in the world, send them to a slaughterhouse. Ever. Not ever. There is not anything that would make me do that. But the farmers do all the time. They forcibly breed these animals into existence to do it. They put a death date on the animals who aren't even born yet. They will schedule, okay, how many cows have we got? We've got 50 cows, okay, we should have 50 calves. Okay, let's make them pregnant. So what they do is they put them in a cattle crush. They put their entire arm inside of the cow to make her pregnant, inject her with bull semen. She carries her baby for 9 months. What do you think they do with her babies? They rip them away from her. They steal her babies. If they're male, they send them to a slaughterhouse. If they're female, they get put into isolation booths away from the mother. And then that will happen to them. Pregnancy forced upon them. Babies taken away from them. And then those farmers are telling you they love their animals, we give them the best treatment, high welfare, all that bullcrap. They lie to you and they make you pay their wage. It's actually like, it's just so evil. It's so evil. Anyone who, if you've got any questions, please pop it in the chat. I've just realised the chat stops and I've just had to move it down, so I might have missed. Actually, I don't think I've answered anyone's questions. I've just told you about the industry. But now that you know about the industry, please ask questions. If you have just joined, we are outside of a slaughterhouse in the UK right now. Right now. You know what? Edge easy. It's so easy for you to be like, oh, barbecue and bacon and stuff. But you can't watch Dominion, can you? you'll be a coward. You won't watch Dominion. You won't push in the description Dominion and watch what happens inside of a slaughterhouse. It's so easy for you to be like, oh, steak and bacon and stuff. But it's cowardly. It's cowardly. Because you won't push on Dominion, you won't watch it for yourself. Will you stay on this live stream and see the victims for yourself as well? Ask questions, ask genuine questions. If I'm missing your questions, please keep asking. Yes, Jake, broccoli's in the chat, broccoli's in the chat. Yeah. Daniel, so the majority of soy in the entire world is fed to animals. It's only like 20%, I think it's like 10%, 6% that's actually fed to humans. So yeah, again, it's another benefit of being vegan, that it helps that situation as well. So yeah, there's 90 billion animals in this world who eat plants. There's 9 billion humans in this world. So imagine if we got rid of all the animals, or farmed animals, we'd free up 75% of the world's land. So that's a non-issue. But you wouldn't say that if there was like, or if there was children are going into slaughterhouses. You wouldn't say that. Oh, what about the plants that those children are eating? Like, you just be like, no, the children are the victims. The animals are the victims in this. Don't find a silly way to make yourself feel better about doing the wrong thing. Hey, Salman, welcome to the chat. Halal is awful. Stabbing anyone in the throat is disgusting and evil. Whether you call it halal, kosher, or RSPCA assured, all evil, all evil. Danny, the easiest way to understand if it's okay is if you put yourself in their position. Put yourself in the animal's position and ask yourself, would that be okay if that was me? Would it be okay if I went inside here and it was RSPCA assured and I had a really good life, which animals don't, but and then I had a knife in the throat? It's not okay. Yeah, Danny agreed. Yeah, thank you for having compassion. Daniel, what's stopping you going vegan? What's stopping you from choosing compassion over violence? You know what, it takes the strongest people are vegan. The weakest people are ones who oppress and bully others. But we're showing you today, because you probably have never seen this before, we're giving you the benefit of the doubt that you may have never seen animals go to slaughter. I mean, I used to drink cow's milk, I used to pay for this as well, I just didn't know any better. I didn't understand the industries. I didn't know that male chicks in the egg industry get blended up alive. So every time I was paying for eggs in the egg industry, I didn't know that the males were being blended up alive. I didn't know the females were being sent to gas chambers. I also didn't know, because now I have rescue hens from a gas chamber, I also didn't know that hens have been genetically modified to lay 300 plus eggs a year, but naturally they should only be laying around 12. So if you ever rescue hens, smash the eggs on the floor and you'll see how fast they eat their eggs, because they need that nutrients back in their bodies. People aren't cows. Yes, you are right, we aren't cows. We're humans, which is we are animals though, we're all animals. But yeah, thank you for your random fact in the comments. That egg thing has been, no, Simon, it's reality. See it for yourself. See it for yourself. There's so they all go to a hatchery. The fertilized eggs go to a hatchery, and they sort them from male and female. Now the males don't produce eggs, so they're classed as a waste product. So what they do is they put them on a conveyor belt that goes straight into an open blender alive. There's like the boys don't produce eggs, so they literally call them a waste product. They literally call them a waste product. Exactly the same with the dairy industry. The boys don't produce milk, they're called as a waste product, they go to a slaughterhouse. It's really evil. It's really evil. Now, don't just come on here and say like that doesn't happen. Research for yourself. I just ask you to be open-minded, to understand that you may have been lied to your entire life. If you're drinking the breast milk intended for a baby cow, please understand that that is the brainwashing. We're not baby cows. Why do you think you've been drinking baby cow's milk all your life? Because of propaganda, because of the lies, right? Now, this is not your fault. I'm not here to say this is your fault. I'm just here to show you the reality, because once you know better, you can change.
Actually, we're not these horrifically violent beings towards animals in our hearts.
People say like ridiculous things like, oh, when animals become vegan, then I will. Oh, right, okay.
Still have that child inside them.
That's like the most pathetic, childlike, stupid thing you could say. Oh, once my friend stops doing it, then I'm gonna do it. Can you not think for yourself? Do you not have a brain? Are you that pathetic that you can't actually think for yourself? Like, that is low. That is low. So I keep just looking this way because that's where the trucks are coming. Because now the security are at the gate, we got to spot the trucks really faster to make sure that we get a moment with these poor animals before they get stabbed in the throat. We got to show you. Justin, looks like the only feelings that I hurt is yours.
A wave has just come past us from inside the kill floor. You can smell the insides of these animals who were outside 10 minutes ago. This smells like an iron.
Oh, Dave, hey, how are you? Yeah, Mel, big respect. Keep doing the fabulous work you're doing. Thank you. Yeah, we're doing like a switch on everyone's live stream today. So Steve and David are there doing our live stream. I've just jumped on David's. Yeah, no. So I'm just stating facts. Everyone's saying like, oh, you're so dumb. I'm just stating facts. I'm just stating the facts. This isn't my opinion. This is the reality of what happens. Pigs at 6 months old, forced inside of a gas chamber. Forced inside of a gas chamber. Now, I just showed on our live stream when we took a non-vegan inside of a farm. Let me show you little snippets of what I saw undercover inside of the farm. Now, this isn't a cruelty case. This is standard. In fact, they call this an enriched facility. So let me just put this up here. I don't know if you'll be able to see very well. Hold on. Here you go. You'll be able to see. This is a pig facility. This is a pig farm. Okay? This is us undercover in a pig farm. This is what the mothers have to face. A concrete floor where she gives birth to her babies. This baby here was being eaten by rats. The mother there couldn't do anything, can't turn around, can barely stand up, laying on the floor of this hellhole. And they call this an enriched floor because you see this newspaper on the floor here? See the newspaper? The pathetic scraps of newspaper. This is then called an enriched farm. So this is a higher welfare farm. See how welfare is just crap? See how it doesn't mean anything? In this green box was all the antibiotics they use on these pig farms. Evil place. Now this is the non-vegan we took inside undercover. Mother. Look, they are in this place for 4 to 6 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks in this hellhole. They are trapped. Look, this is his face. The non-vegan we took in. That's his face. The little babies, look at them. Still with their umbilical cords on. Just been born. This is their life for 4 to 6 weeks. This is standard, Dom. This is all over the world. This is standard farm. Look at this dead baby there. This is standard farming practice. This is what happens. And like I said, this is actually high welfare. It's absolutely evil. Look.
It takes about 48 hours to access your lives. Do it now.
We witnessed dead baby in front of their mother's face.
Every single camera that we put on these places applies pressure. And if 2 of us today...
These are hellholes, and this is their reality. If you are not vegan. If you are not vegan, yes, this is standard farming practice. Standard farming practice. See these clippers here? Oh, you missed them. They clip their tails off. See, this one hasn't got a tail. She has, but the other one here doesn't have a tail because the farmer comes in and cuts their tails off.
On one day, turning up the cameras and not allowing the industry.
It's pretty wild. Yeah, it is. It is.
It wouldn't take much more. If we
Nah,
had a
Bradley, in
day
New Zealand it's
when
the
this
same.
industry was transparent, one
Yeah,
day
everyone says that, right? Oh, not in my country. It literally is.
behind the egg
How do you farm animals, commodify them, and then murder them in a good way, right? How do you do that? This is another room. Look, there were so many flies in this room that this pig couldn't even see because the flies were going into their eyes. Poor mother, it is a prison. It is a prison. Now, is that somewhere you want to support? Is that somewhere you want to support? Standard farming practice, high welfare. Now, even if these animals lived in a palace and it wasn't like this, even if it wasn't like this, for the person who said this is not like real, I'm in this farm. There, I literally am there in the farm.
Sometimes stumble over my words. Sometimes I need to do a bit more research.
At 6 months old, those sweet little pigs, they end up inside of a gas chamber.
We all relate to somebody.
A gas chamber.
You can relate to so many people.
Now, I know there's people on here who probably aren't commenting. Yeah, that's bad. It's really bad. It's really bad. Now, this is just a snippet of the industry. There's so much more I could tell you about what I saw there. But it's awful. It is just the worst thing ever. I've been outside the gas chamber. I've listened to their screams. I've been inside of a chicken farm, a local chicken farm. I've seen this particular farm. It's Instagram, local small chicken farm. And I went in undercover, and what I witnessed was some of the worst things I've ever seen. So chickens have been genetically modified to grow so big so fast. They're called broiler hens. So they're a different species to the egg-laying hens. So they've been genetically modified to grow so fast, so quick. It takes 42 days for them to go massive, and then they get sent to a gas chamber. But I met a little chicken in there called Tiny. Now, I'll try and find it on here because I think it's really important for people to see. She broke my heart. So when we went in, chickens are actually really nervous. So they were afraid, they all ran away. But there was one chicken that didn't run away because she actually couldn't run away. So I'm just going to try and find it. Yeah, she couldn't run away because her legs, she was limping because she grows so fast, abnormally so fast. And I'll show you.
And yeah, definitely.
She couldn't even reach the water. Right, let me get this up. Okay, so this is the dead bin. This is the dead bin. So at every farm they have something called a dead bin. So a lot of these animals die on the farms, and you'll see why.
But look, if you wouldn't pick your dog, guys,
You'll see why.
you have your dog beside you, you probably do.
It's quite dark, so you might not be able to see. This is the chicken who had died on the floor
You just gotta hold yourself
of this disgusting place.
a little bit of accountability. Goes a long way.
Dom,
And look,
yes, every farm, every single farm.
maybe you were the guy that works in that spot. Does
Even
that
if
thing,
this is where we still man your argument, right? Even if they lived in a palace and they had the best life,
Look, I thought I was gonna get my ass kicked.
even if they had the best life ever, they got belly rubs every night, they got blankets to sleep in and a bed to lay in, which doesn't happen.
I thought for sure.
They are still sent to a slaughterhouse. They're still sent inside one of these places,
Some did, right? But it
a
was
slaughterhouse.
I was actually
So it's not about, this isn't about welfare, this is the injustice to the animal.
really have such a powerful
The injustice to the animal. Let me just show you Tiny. I named her Tiny. When people see chickens, they just see like a sea of chickens. They think chickens all look the same, but they actually don't. This is Tiny. See her sweet little yellow head? She's just a little chick. She shouldn't be this big. See how big her legs are? See how she's limping? Inside a small local farm, okay?
What's the worst that can happen, right? What's the worst that can happen?
This is what I mean when I say farmers lie to you, because they want your money. They commodify her. They lie to you so you pay. Oh, look, here you go. Look, watch how quick these people run inside. Yeah, they don't want to be seen. They don't want to be seen. They're afraid. They're not the ones who should be afraid, are they? They're not the ones who should be afraid. The animals are the ones who are afraid. Now look, this is Tiny. I'm bringing you back to Tiny. Ryan, you just sound like a little baby right now. So, I don't know if you know, but in chicken farms, when they poo and stuff, the floor actually gets higher. So what they do is they get the water, and the water is moved higher as well. But for Tiny, whose leg is maybe broken underneath her, she's limping, she couldn't reach the water. Let me move it forward a bit. Look, this is the water here. This is Tiny. She could not reach the water inside this farm. See her limping? See that? One of the many things these farmers won't tell you, isn't it? They don't care. Why do you think they had to have a dead bin on the farm? Because animals all the time are suffering from starvation and dehydration. They're dying on these barn floors. They are dying all over the place. And anyone who gets to 42 days old is sent to a gas chamber. Now, if that doesn't hurt your heart, if that doesn't affect you, then you're heartless. You're heartless if that doesn't affect you. Animals are not here for us, they are here with us. No, not a truck. Thought that was another truck then. Hi from the UK. Hello, we are from the UK as well, at a slaughterhouse. Behind me is the gates of hell. Mothers have gone into this hellhole today. They've gone into this evil place. Let me show you. Let me show you what this evil place looks like. Let me turn this around. Tell me if it lags or anything like that. So look, this is the spikes they have on the gate. Look, cattle grid. So even if the animals try to escape, they can't get out. Alright, so yeah, this is actually David's live, but we've hijacked his live right now.
Switch back.
Yeah?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, the smell here, guys. The smell is just absolutely disgusting. Oh my god.
And there's place.
Oh, see the slats under here? So I think that's where all the dead body part, intestines and stuff go. So there's like slats here. And if you could smell what we smell, like unbelievable. It's so gross, disgusting, terrible. Hey Benji, how are you doing, brother? Thanks for being here. David wants. No, Mark, I don't know what you're talking about. That's kind of a weird twist. Guys, thanks for being here. Smash like, hit subscribe. Mel was doing an incredible job. I'm here with two of the best activists you'll ever meet. People that really care, want to change the world, who want to stop animal exploitation and animal abuse. I just have to walk away for a second because, oh my God, the smell. Guys, unbelievable. People, the thing is, what people don't realize, even if they hate animals, or maybe they don't, or they're saying that they don't, but they're still eating them, the smell inside these places, you're eating this garbage, you're eating this nonsense. Absolutely disgusting. Oh my gosh, smells. And this is in a community. Most of these places are in communities, right? They're surrounded by children. Children work like play centers and stuff like that. There's people that are drinking the water surrounding these places. There's violent crime increases surrounding these places as well. And how can people support killing mother cows? How can people support killing baby cows? How can people support this industry as a whole, guys? It's disgusting. So what's going on in the chat, guys? If you've not hit like, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification, tell all your friends, guys. I'm in the UK. I'm a Canadian in the UK, just trying to be a boot. I guess a boot is the thing that apparently we say. And we're just trying to spread light, show what happens in these places. It's pretty obvious that this company got word that we're around, so they probably have the slaughterhouse trucks waiting over there, because they don't want a simple camera on the trucks to see the cows, to bear witness to them, right? Bradley, regardless of where you get the body parts of that innocent cow, that life you took for your little trivial pleasure, it doesn't matter. That was their one and only life. When you can very easily not do that to them. You don't have to be a monster to them, right? You don't have to take their one and only life. Guys, I'm not sure if you saw what Mel was showing you earlier, but absolutely disgusting. What's the question? What's your question, Daniel? Guys, thanks so much for being here. Hey, Alicia, thank you so much for being here. Tone, thanks for sharing the gas chamber footage of pigs, which is standard, and now it's probably the most common method of killing animals. I was just saying earlier that pigs was considered cruel by the UK government to put them into gas chambers years ago, but because of economic reasons, they stopped, or they had to keep going. But now the UK government and Canada and other places, they use gas for chickens and hens. So they really don't care, to be honest. Daniel, I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector. I used to work for the Canadian government. I know exactly everything about our food system. So do most vegans in the chat here. If you're talking about crop deaths, what are you talking about here? If you care, 92 billion land animals are killed every single year, 2 trillion fish, and many of them are factory farmed. So you're feeding soy to fish, cutting down crops, and feeding them to all those animals, dude. It's simple math, really. And if you actually care about those animals, where's your sign? How come you're not out defending the crops that you're so-called talking about? And why don't you just tell us the definition of veganism as well, Daniel? Do you even know what veganism is? This is what kind of gets to me as well, is these people, they come on here, they don't even know the definition of veganism or where we want to be with veganism, assuming that we want to keep this system the way it is. No, we don't. That's why we're fucking here, bro. We don't want this system. Tell me you live in a wonderful time without telling me. Complaining about eating. Well, you're not a victim, Robert. You're right. You're just the one having people perpetrate this violence upon others, right? You've probably never been a victim, never suffered anything, so you can't relate to it, right? You think it's okay to shoot mother cows, innocent animals in the face, or electrocute their skulls, or gas chamber them. So how can I take you seriously, bro? I can't. You claim that it's just like not a big deal. Well, why would there be people changing? If it wasn't a big deal, why would there be vegans, right? Yeah, it's easy to live on plant-based. 11 years for me, 150 million to 200 million vegans in the world. Also, like, even if you want to include the vegetarians, even though that's like you're still having mother cows shot in the face, or people that have never eaten animal products, you're looking in the billions. So, I mean, it's not rocket science. I can figure it out. Ex-slaughterhouse inspector can figure it out. Certainly you can. It's not that hard, guys. You would save the dog from the burning car, right? You would save them. So why don't you save the animal off your plate instead of being part of this violent system, this disgusting violent system? Which one? Which animal? So the cows are shot in the face. Sometimes they do electrocute them in some places, but generally they're just shot in the head. Sometimes multiple times. There's a failure rate. You can go look it up. Go look up failure rate. We're helping you by us eating. Well, how is that helping anybody? Pack, if you watch the movie called Dominion the movie, or if you go to the 3-minute movie challenge in the description, you can watch and see exactly what happens to the animals. Standard industry practice, common every day. Can you imagine that humans do that? Imagine that was you, slitting the throat, stabbing an animal in the throat all day long. You know, what that would do to your brain, what that would do to your psychology. And people are paying for that to happen. And usually it's a marginalized worker, right? Because they would never do it. I mean, people might say they might do it, and some hunters might do it. But the scale is just, it's crazy. Yeah, custard and chips. I don't think you know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's a bolt gun. Yeah. So they'll pop out, sometimes they're this big, and they'll shoot them in the face. Not sure what you're talking about. Yeah, the goal is to make people realize that they value animals more than their taste, and they don't. I think if you took the ego out of it, if you took the taste pleasure out of it, and the social norm aspect out of it, everybody would be vegan. It's just our egos. We just parrot and we believe what we're told. Most people are conformists. They just follow. So like, for example, if the majority, if like the loudest people in the room, like if all the trolls here were vegan, most people would be vegan, right? It's just the loudest people in the room, and it's generational wealth, right? So you look at Canada, for example, and probably here in the UK, these dairy farmers are mega rich. They're massively rich. So are these slaughterhouse companies. These people are so rich. They influence politics. They even get billions in subsidies all across the world, so they can put out these marketing campaigns to say things. There's one company called, what's it called? I'm trying to remember the name. I'll get to the name, I'll remember it. But so they were a propaganda machine. They even stated on their website that they were a propaganda machine against plant-based options. So they made up all these claims about being plant-based, and like they did the pictures of the hurricane with only plant-based options. They also ran ads against Beyond Meat and saying that there was all these chemicals in them, but yet failed to talk about what was in animal products. And it came back to a lobby actually in Washington. So this guy who used to work for the tobacco industry, lobbyist, he went out, and someone's staring at us down the street. He went out and he worked for big agriculture. And so if you're able to propagate, you're able to send all this money and put billboards up and claim like things like milk is healthy and stuff like that, of course that's going to happen. Roam free? Who's roaming free? Daniel, and look at what you say. Beef, pork, those are euphemisms as well, like humane and welfare and free range and stuff like that. Just because the animal's living free, it doesn't mean they're not being having their bodies exploited. Some slaves, they probably lived a decent life inside of the slavery, but they probably didn't want to be there. That's still being a slave master, and that's what you're doing. You're exploiting others. Yes, look at all the donations that I'm keeping, guys. I don't have a single donation because I'm not monetized yet, but Roscoe, even if activists did keep all the donations, why wouldn't they? If they need to travel, they need to eat, they need to sleep, why not? What's so different from any other advocacy? Someone was claiming I was an NGO the other day. And also too, it's what's ironic is that if I wanted to make money, if I was able to work and make money, I certainly wouldn't be in the niche category of animal rights. All animal rights activists are actually taking a lot of time. They're taking pay cuts. I know people that have left their jobs, their high-paying jobs, to fight for animal rights. So, yeah, Roscoe's just upset. I guarantee Roscoe either hunts, works in a slaughterhouse, worked in a slaughterhouse, definitely probably taken lives, worked on a farm, something like that. There's guarantee 100%, 100% success rate I've had so far on guessing if these people have worked in the industry, taken lives and whatnot. Because people who trigger and comment that much like Roscoe or make these weird claims are people that are probably the ones who work in this industry and trying to scare off people, propagate it some more, make people believe the lies that this industry tells you. These lies that, can you imagine having to say humane in front of something? Like I humanely walk down the street. Amazing, right? Amazing that people will just believe these things that they're told. Amazing. I'm back, Jason. Yes, you're welcome. What am I pushing? Being kind, Daniel. Not shooting animals in the face, Daniel. Not causing pandemics, Daniel. Not causing pathogens to spread across humanity. Having better health outcomes, better environment, better overall health. Also, again, respecting animals, not putting them into gas chambers. Ooh, what a weird concept that is, right? Daniel, would you be okay if people went around kicking dogs in the face and stepping on them? Could be for someone's pleasure, right? Guys, probably for dog racing, probably for hunt sabs and stuff like that. Probably for all of those things. It is so easy to be vegan. It's simple. We're like, look at Navia, Jake, myself, Mel and Steve, many others in the chat. We're all vegan. Why wouldn't you be? It's simple. It's actually really simple. Show me one animal you say, well, I don't participate in the industry anymore, so potentially, well, probably like 5,000 animals won't go and be executed because of me. So and guess what? Roscoe, very simple, non-action. I simply went to the grocery store and I went bloop, and I grabbed that instead of boom, 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 boom. That. Simple. Yeah, liar, liar, pants on fire. What are we lying about, guys? Tell me. Instead of just saying the word, let's hear it. Let's hear your argument. You want to debate about it, Roscoe? We can go online. We can go live together. I don't care. I have nothing to hide. The thing is, when you have the truth on your side, so easy. So easy. You just share what happens. I share my experience. I tell people what happened, and people get upset about it. When you make claims, you accuse all farmers. What claims? What claims have I made? How many farms have you been on? I guarantee you I've been on more. 100%. Let's hear it. That's a weird comment. Exactly, because you don't need to lie about just being kind. It's like what we learn as a kid, and then our parents are eating our friends, and they're like, this is normal, guys. It's okay to eat animals, and like everything in us tells us no, like that's weird. Yeah. Thank you, Reaper. You talk about my mom and you talk about me. Appreciate the comments, Reaper. Keep saying it. I don't care, because you know what's going to happen is more people are going to see this chat. More people are going to be engaged, and it'll push the algorithm up a bit. On my friend Mel and Steve's chat, the guy gave super chats just for me to leave. It was amazing. It was amazing. So guys, don't even delete the comments. Let them keep it happening. I don't care. Someone said I look too pale. Someone said I look too dark. Someone said I look too fat, too skinny. Sure, I'm all of those. I am whatever you say I am, right? Don't care. I'm just out here speaking the truth, and trolls be trolls, right? I can't imagine, like, I don't understand the mentality of that. Like, imagine, like, going out, yeah, like, fuck you, your mom, you know, like, what is that? What does that even mean? Sunken eye, my eyes are sunken. My beautiful eyes are sunken. Guys, my eyes are sunken. Look at that. That's what happens when you go vegan. You have eyes. Guys, apparently you have eyes when you're vegan. How high am I? I'm not high. I don't do drugs. I'm a little bit slow, actually. Probably from working in this industry. Probably made me a little bit mental. That's for sure. That's a good one, Alex. Nice one. I've been, so Dom, as an ex-inspector, I can tell you unequivocally, the places that I've been to, dude, the worst places were the small-scale farms. There's things that some farmers do that you wouldn't believe. Can't even say it on here. SA, just there you go. Yeah, I worked in slaughterhouses, Dom. I've been in several, I think 5 or 6 or something like that, maybe 7 over the time. So what misinformation am I spreading? I look sick. Thank you. Apparently I look sick. I didn't know you could look sick. I thought like that would be like something you would test for or something like that. Why would I want to eat a 42-year-old disabled baby? Bell mists. Why do you want to eat babies? That's weird. That's a weird thing. People like to eat babies. Like, and you want to cook them. Reaper, what are we talking about? Accuse me of what? Well, you said something about my mom, didn't you? Oh. You said your mom is easy. What did I miss there? What is that supposed to mean? How else would someone take that? Oh, you were talking to somebody else that you're being mean to. That's what happens with this industry, you know?
How's you going?
Yeah.
How many vegans are in here?
Hit 1 in the chat if you're vegan.
Yeah.
Hit 2 if you're not vegan.
Yeah. Hit 3 if you're a troll. Hit 2 if you're a pre-gan, and hit 1 if you're a vegan.
Yes.
Let's see how many people are here. Okay, so wait, I forgot what they were.
Neil. So 1's vegan, 2's pre-vegan, 3 is a troll.
Okay.
So Neil, Navia, Tone's vegan.
Daniel, we got.
Brian's vegan.
So we got a lot of pre-vegans in here.
Yeah, a lot of pre-vegans. So Bradley's thinking
Okay.
about it. Tumaka is thinking about it.
Pre-vegans, what's the stop? Why is it stopping you? What's stopping you? What are the pre-vegans stopping for?
Daniel be triggered. I don't know. Daniel got really upset for some reason.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can give you a hug, Daniel. It's all good. And this person keeps saying the same thing. I think they're just on
Oh, okay.
Autobot.
Yeah. Copy and paste, copy
Yeah,
and paste, copy
yeah.
and paste. It's funny, like when we just done it on our live stream, we just opened up the room to ask for any sort of justifications. There was nothing. And then we just put a simple question to the room and said, are you against, in fact, let's try here. If you're against exploiting animals, put 1. If you're pro animal abuse, put 2. So everyone should comment either 1 or 2. Against exploiting animals, 1. Pro exploiting animals, 2. Wow, we've got pro animal exploitation. Look at this.
Wow.
What a position.
What a position.
History will know all you guys as being pro exploiting animals.
Wow.
Wow, do you know what a disgusting position to have?
Imagine like wanting to kick dogs in the face and setting them on fire. That's just a weird position.
Someone's but what if you're against exploiting animals but use them for livestock? You can't. You can't be against exploiting animals the whole time you're commodifying them and exploiting them. It's ridiculous.
Dom, you said earlier that you asked me if I've been inside slaughterhouses, and then you said that I was making things up. But in fact, and then I mentioned, yes, I have worked inside slaughterhouses, and I've been to more farms than most people in the chat, probably all the people in the chat. So when you talk about it's not exploitation, how can it be exploitation? Even the fact of even if nothing was done to the animal and you view them in that way, that's still considered exploitation. Using and abusing and commodifying them. These are the ideas surrounding exploitation. Yeah. Oh, I've got sufficient batteries.
You got sufficient batteries.
We're good to go, guys. We are in the UK at a series of slaughterhouses called ABP. So they take the lives of so many animals. So stockholders can buy their mansions, get their big houses, and increase the cost of living for everyone. But people don't see those connections either. But also the fact that they're taking the lives of so many innocent animals, absolutely disgusting.
Yeah. It's mindsets like this, like meat has good protein, I'll give you some. You can just see it's a trolley comment. Like, do you actually realize where protein comes from? You probably don't. And if you did, your comment wouldn't be said. Like, but the sad thing is your comment keeps animals inside slaughterhouses. You don't realize that your ignorance costs lives, and your position where you're uneducated and unwilling to be educated comes at a cost for someone else. And it's really disgusting to have a position where you don't care enough to educate yourself enough to stop the exploitation. If it was you on the other side, if it was you going in these gates today, I'm sure that you would not be happy with someone just being willfully ignorant and continue to exploit you. You'd want it to stop. But because they're cows, chickens, pigs, and sheep, it's okay, right? It doesn't matter. They don't matter. But if it was you, it would matter. Hypocrites.
Yeah, exactly. Jason, you mentioned you've been in the industry for 30 years. What does that matter? I was in the industry for 15 and I've been vegan for 12. So if you want to add those together, that's how long I've been exposing this industry. So about 7 years I've been an activist. So, I mean, why don't you bring us into your farm if that's the case? Guys, let me know if the volume's bad or not. I know it's a bit windy here. I can definitely come in and inspect your farm. Allow me full access, you know. Let me have 24 hours, 365-day access. Most farmers say they would, but they never would. Let's be honest. Guys, are we still going?
I think for a minute, you probably just done it again. My magnet's come up again.
Shit.
Here it is. Are you
I don't care. I could, like I'd say to you guys all the time, I could stay here 24 hours. I just hit 80% on my phone.
Oh, cool. You know what, David is absolutely epic. You're out doing something every single day for the animals. Everyone subscribe right now. Subscribe. Double tap the screen. Something amazing happens when you double tap the screen.
Something amazing happens when you double tap the screen. That's right, guys. Get active for the animals. We are in the UK with my friends. It's at Mel and Steve. You got to go over and support them. They're out here they're out here all the time. They're busting it for the animals. They're trying to change hearts and minds. We need to end this. Mobius, good to see you. In a perfect world, all would hunt and butcher. Why is the idea, James, to view others and the first thing you think of is, oh, I should kill? Why do you want to kill?
James, is your perfect world violent? That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Why don't you put yourself in the animal's position for one tiny second? If you can just have empathy for one tiny second. Is it okay for someone to shoot you in the head because you were in the wild when they could have just had something else to eat that day? Is that surely kindness is better than violence?
How about not executing somebody for something that's easily replaceable? no, you don't want it. Why do you want people to suffer PTSD and trauma? Also, why would you want to take away that one and only experience from that individual? Why would you do that?
Yeah, like James, no. You got it wrong. If you think we're here for welfare, you got it completely wrong. These animals, right, they could come from a palace and they have servants every single day, they get belly rubs every night, they get duvets and beds every night, and then they come to a slaughterhouse. So this isn't a welfare thing, this is a rights violation. It doesn't matter if you've had the best life ever or the worst life ever, they're still being taken inside these gates of hell to be stabbed in the throat. And like you said, if you're hunting in the wild and be shot in the head, that's someone's mother, that's someone's father or someone's baby. Why would you do that? We had someone in the chat today say they've gone vegan after seeing our live because they realised they shot someone's mother. And that didn't sit well with them. Yeah. And they were like, you made me realise there is another option. Compassion is the strongest thing that you can have. And if you think violence is the answer, then I'd say you're extremely uncompassionate, right?
Yeah, why wouldn't you want to have compassion and kindness? It's not really that hard. I mean, we learn it from a young age. And you definitely probably just wouldn't go to your way to kick a dog or something like that. But you have this fixed mentality. It's this human-centric idea that we can just do whatever the fuck we want. We play kings and queens and gods. And it really means nothing to us in the end. It's just our ego is way up here. We're always just like, we can just do whatever we want. And we don't ever think of the consequences. It's really sad. And it's really sad that anybody would have that mentality.
Yeah, it is. Like someone said, my cat is my favorite animal. Yeah, and your cat or the cows that went into slaughter today or the chickens being gassed to death today, they're no different, right? They're just different. They're individuals in different bodies. It's only the outside that looks different. Now that's a form of racism, right? That's speciesism. Today we saw someone drive cows in. Yeah, it stinks. It absolutely stinks. We saw someone driving the cows in today. They left and we saw that they had a dog on the seat. Now they didn't leave the dog inside, did they? It's speciesism.
Yeah, it's incredible. We often see, oh my gosh, it's so bad. We often see these slaughterhouse truck drivers. They either bring their children or they'll bring a companion, a dog or something.
Yeah.
And it's the dichotomy. Like, imagine there was a baby cow in the front seat and they had a bunch of dogs in the slaughterhouse truck. Like, people, it's speciesism, exactly. It's speciesism, Michael. I know you think it's a funny word, but it is. I mean, it's just like racism. It's no different. Yeah. You're just viewing others with different, the way they look, and you're just assuming you can just do whatever the fuck you want to them.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
How does it feel to know that's your mindset? Like, it's the same as racism. How do you feel to know that is who you are if you think it's funny that you're being speciesist to all the animals?
Yeah.
Someone said it's because they're cuter. Okay, I've seen some real flipping ugly humans, right? Do you think it's okay that we put them on a truck and stab them in the throat?
Your heart is ugly too. Like, if your heart is ugly, does that mean I can just throw you in a truck and captive bolt gun you or electrocute you or gas chamber you?
Obviously it is.
Like,
Obviously it
that's
is.
crazy. What a crazy mindset.
Yeah.
Someone was talking about avocados earlier.
Oh,
they didn't know how to spell it. Aaron was talking about it. So Aaron, if you believe that avocados are an issue, I highly recommend you start a campaign against Super Bowl. 144 billion avocados lives are taken every single year for guacamole at Super Bowl time. So do you support a ban on Super Bowl?
Yeah, exactly. And I hope you boycott the honey industry, because the only reason you're talking about avocados right now is because of the honey, the bees, right? But you forgot to put that. We obviously know what you're talking about more than you know what you're talking about. James put, that's who you think I am. That's not who I am. That's your opinion. Change your opinion then. Tell us how compassionate you are towards animals and tell us you're going vegan.
Yeah.
Because if you've been on this live and you now understand this injustice and this horrific horror show for the animals, of course we're going to think you're not compassionate the whole time you're trying to defend the undefensible.
Yeah, why come in here and defend the violence towards others when, James, you could literally be a beacon. You can shine the light of what takes place in this industry, and you don't have to put 5,000 to 10,000 innocent beings over a lifetime into a slaughterhouse. Like, you don't have to be following the narrative, following the social norm, just being a bot. You know, you can speak for yourself. You talk about your own opinion. Well, why don't you have the opinion of compassion?
Yes, exactly. And I mean, you're like, this is like, David is an ex-slaughterhouse inspector, right? He was the other side of this gate. Now he's this side of the gate. He's on the right side of history, fighting for the animals because he knows how much they need us.
Exactly. And so the thing is, if I can change, anybody can change. My entire family worked in this industry. It's very simple to move away from once you learn. I didn't know. I didn't know that you had. I was told my whole entire life that you had to eat animal products. You had to be a part of this industry. This is it. And somebody's just got to do it, right? So I had this welfarist mindset even. And so I changed it. There's farmers that have changed. Hunters have changed. There's many people that have changed.
Yeah, so it's really easy. Just remember that you hold the power with this. They're going in here today because of you. If you are not vegan, and you can change this right now.
Yeah.
Someone's put, cows don't have souls, as in souls in your shoes.
That doesn't make any sense, but okay.
Yeah, well, they don't have feet like we do, so they don't have shoes. But the whole thing of like animals don't have souls is a load of rubbish. I don't care if they have toothbrushes or hair dryers either. It doesn't mean you should justify paying for them to go into these places. The soul thing, I always think, if you think animals don't have souls and you're trying to defend what they go through inside these farms and slaughterhouses, then maybe it's you that doesn't have the soul.
Yeah, maybe it's you that doesn't have the heart or compassion. And in fact, if you believe in the God, if you believe in all that stuff, then what about the Garden of Eden? What about being kind to animals? Isn't that what Jesus said? Be kind to animals. You don't have to do this, right? And so you're talking, James, here, and you're talking about forcing our beliefs and equating. You're talking about equating animals earlier in a comment. James, I don't equate you and me the same, but I still respect you enough not to put you in a gas chamber or shoot you in the face or eat you, right? And who's forcing who? I'm literally just showing what's happening in the industry. It's triggering so many people. It's violent. And James and the other guy was talking about religion. Why would you want to increase violent crime rates in communities? Do you know that slaughterhouse workers have an increased propensity towards violent crimes? Did you know that? Did you know that communities in these areas suffer from higher crimes, including things like SA, also increased, healthcare, increased healthcare costs. I mean, these workers are getting injured, they're contracting pathogens, they're going through mental health issues, they're turning to drugs and alcohol. Why do you want more drugs and alcohol into society? If you actually think that you're doing a benefit to society, then you would actually stop supporting disgusting hellhole nightmares like this facility. I mean, come on. But Dom, that's the thing. What food chain? See, you're just repeating things that you've heard. You've not looked into this yourself. Food chain. What's the food chain? All these animals are genetically engineered. They're just produced en masse, so these profiteers can make money off of them. And you just follow into the nonsense, the narrative that we have to eat animals. Like, people are sold this idea that you have to eat animals. You're done. That they have to eat animals and they have to drink their milk secretions. Like, it's disgusting. We do not have to eat animals. We don't have to be part of that. What's a food chain? A food web, maybe. There's a food web, but a chain is just a made-up kind of thing. People just use that to justify your actions. What am I waking up from? First of all, you said, I don't know what happens on farms. Then you said, have you been in a slaughterhouse, Dom? I've seen it all. I've seen a lot more than you have. I worked in an investigation unit. You should see the things that these farmers did to these poor innocent animals on these small local farms like you're talking about, and things that would keep you in nightmares for the rest of your life. So, sorry, dude, you're wrong. And if you want to debate about it, reach out to me on Instagram under the same tagline. We can go live and we can actually have a discussion about it. No need to cause, exactly. How can you eat animals without killing them, Dom? How can you eat animals without taking their life? That makes no sense. But why does it matter to you, James? Why does it matter to you that they be treated in a certain way? What does that matter? Who cares if they're treated in a certain way? I mean, the only reason that they're shot in the face, that they're electrocuted, or they're put in a gas chamber. If you've ever lit yourself, or you burnt yourself, or shocked yourself, maybe you'd understand as a victim how that would feel, and that's what happens here. The only reason they do that is to immobilize them so the worker doesn't get hurt. That's the reason why they stun them, and they make up this claim that this is some sort of humane way. What do they do with dogs and cats when they're putting them down? In a humane way. They euthanize them if they're suffering, right? They give them a little needle, right? That's not what happens here, dude. And even if you found some miracle way where they live their full life, chickens 42 days old, pigs 6 months, cows 2 to 5 years, even if they live 25 years like the cow can, and they live this long life, which does not happen, bro, why would you take their one and only life? That's monstrous. You know, like some of these farmers that have gone vegan because they befriended the animals. They became friends with the animals. They understood, and they finally saw what happens inside of these disgusting hellholes, these gates. Be a leader, man. Don't be a follower. Stop listening to the narrative, the things you heard. Same with you, Don. Look at look what you're calling them too, Dom. You're calling them livestock. Listen to the words you're using. Livestock, harvesting individuals. These are the words you're using, guys. We do not need to use these words. Guys, we've been going at it for 145.39 minutes. I'm going to be calling it now. Got a little hyped up there. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you can subscribe, follow my channel. Even if you disagree with me, join me on the next live stream. We're going to be going live on the 26th Friday. Activists, I hope you're going to be involved. It's going to be an incredible moment. Project live stream. Follow It's at Mel and Steve. Go to their Instagram to get involved for that day. We are going to crush it. We're going to be out in front of a gazillion slaughterhouses that day, and it's only going to expand from there. Jump on, guys. Jump on. Get involved with this. It's a historical moment. We're going to change the world, the course of the world with this. Much love to all of you as well, Axel, and all of you guys out there creating change for the world, for the animals, betterment of everybody. And thank you so much, Navia, Lambretta. You guys are really helping me. You're helping It's at Mel and Steve. And guys, go follow them. Go encourage them. They're out here every day. They're busting it. They're doing so much for the animals. Go support them. Subscribe to them. Follow them. Donate to them. Whatever it is, get them out on the streets more often because we love seeing them. So thank you, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Live vegan. Let's go.